Shalom, Hebrew Study Group. Damien here, and I'm going to draw your attention to a resource that we have visited in prior videos. There is at HebrewStudyGroup.com a page under Hebrew grammar that will help you to find the links to this page. But what I'm going to do right now is just go to the link Learn Hebrew Faster on HebrewStudyGroup.com. Once again, that's in the navigation menu under Grammar, and you'll see right here the video to which I'm referring, and that is Learn Hebrew Faster. Do you want to learn Hebrew faster? With quick access links. But let's do this. What we're going to do right now is go over to teachmehebrew.com, and I'm going to switch the view here. Just bring into view right here. If you understand how the grammar works for these sentences right here, then you start to appreciate how different aspects of the Hebrew language actually work. Let's take at least the first three lines right here. We have in English, the apple is red on the left, and over on the right we have that actually translated to Hebrew. In the middle, what we have is the English transliteration. In other words, how do I pronounce it? Okay, so what we have in the form of the transliteration is the English spelling that shows you how to pronounce the Hebrew words that we see on the far right. Now, this is the pronunciation for the apple is red in Hebrew. Watch what happens. Ha tapuach adom. Now, ha actually means the or the. Okay? Tapuach is apple. And the word adom, very much similar to Adam and earth. Adom means red. So, what we have here is ha tapuach adom. Now, from the standpoint of the way that it's written here in Hebrew, of course, we're reading from right to left. So you've got ha tapuach adom. Now, in English, we would have the words separated into four separate words. The apple is red. However, in Hebrew, notice what happens. The K is connected. So you've got ha tapuach joined together in one word. When you look at the text in various passages in biblical Hebrew, for example, you'll see K in front of the word. That means the, whatever it is, that is representing the, in this case, the apple. Ha tapuach. Now notice what we have over here. Adom. So again, we have the transliteration. Ha tapuach adom. The apple is red. Okay. Now for those of you who are just joining Hebrew Study Group and you're asking for a workbook, or you're asking for the basics, how do I get started and so forth, a really good way to get started is to deconstruct the Hebrew language by looking at how the grammar works in these example sentences. So again, we have the apple is red. It's talking about a singular apple. And notice what happens in the second sentence as an example. The apples are red. Okay. Now, what we have for the transliteration is ha tapuchim adumim. Okay. Now, what happened? You'll notice that tapuach now has an im at the end of it. So that actually indicates two things: that the apples in this case now are plural. It also indicates that the word apple in Hebrew is masculine. And that's why it ends with, at least as far as the transliteration is concerned, it ends with I am, or im, pronounced im. So you have ha tapuakim, the apples, ha tapukim. Once again, the apples. Now notice what happens to the adjective. Instead of just adom, now we have adumim. It still means red, but the adjective in Hebrew must agree with the word that it is modifying. The adjective must agree in terms of the singular versus plural aspect of the word. Since we're talking about the apples are red, the noun apples is a plural noun. And so adumim is why we have the M-I-M at the end. Adumim. Okay, well technically it's just the I-M, the im, but because it's the word adom being modified now to the plural, it's adumim. Adumim. Okay, we have the Hebrew over here. Ha tapukim adumim. Alright, so the apples are red. Let's take it up a notch. In this next example, what we have is, it is Jacob's apple. Now, notice the transliteration. Ze atapuach shel Yaakov. Okay, we have the Hebrew over here. So, ze in Hebrew is the transliteration or the pronunciation for it. Over in the Hebrew on the far right, notice the zayin, ze. That means it. Now, what is the word shel? Or I should say, this transliteration of the Hebrew word. What does the word shel, what does that mean? In Hebrew, it means of. And then Yaakov is Jacob. Okay? So let's read it again. Ze atapuach shel Yaakov. It is conveyed as, it is the apple of Jacob. It, apple of Jacob. It, apple of Jacob. Let's go back and forth now between the transliteration and the meaning. Ze atapuach shel Yaakov. It, apple of Jacob. It, apple of Jacob. Ze atapuach shel Yaakov. Ze atapuach shel Yaakov. It, apple of Jacob. It, apple of Jacob. Or as we would say in English, it is Jacob's apple. That's the whole concept of Hebrew deconstruction. You're breaking it down grammatically and you're putting it back together, almost like a child with building blocks, putting them together, taking something apart and then putting it back together. You learn a lot when you do that. The website that we have visited in this video is teachmehebrew.com. And this particular page where you can access the example sentences and see how they actually reveal the behavior of Hebrew grammar. It's right here, okay? So once again, just mouse over random and then Tim Ferriss breakdown and you'll see these sentences right here. We're just taking 3, okay, at a time. And as you scroll down, you'll see that there aren't that many. But these sentences right here basically crack the code with respect to Hebrew grammar. Thanks for watching.